Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to another session of Parijat Sir classes. So today we will be discussing with the straight line part 2. As you can see, part 1 has already been uploaded. So this is a straight lines class 11, straight lines class 11 chapter, and we will be doing the part 2, in which we will be covering up the intercept form of the straight lines. Okay, so this is Parijat Sir classes going on, and please like, share and subscribe my channel so that I can be motivated to make more and more videos for you. So this is a straight line chapter of class 11, and it's a very important this topic, straight line. So before I proceed, I would request you please go through the part 1 of the straight line, and then only you will be able to understand the full concept of the part 2. Okay, the full session of this will not be completed today, as another session of part 3 will be coming, because straight line is a very huge chapter, so you need the concepts in parts. So let us move ahead with the topic and see what is there in the intercept form. Okay friends, so if this is a line, as you can see this, if this is a line, if the line AB is cutting the intercept axis, is cutting the axis, x-axis and the y-axis, suppose it makes intercepts of A and B. So the coordinate of A will be A comma 0 and the coordinate of B will be 0 comma B. So what will be the equation of this line? The equation of this line will be x by A plus y by B equal to 1. It will be x by A plus y by B equal to 1. These are the intercept of the x-axis and the y-axis. Clear? So this is the only thing about the intercept form, and now let us move ahead and see what type of sums are there. So question number 1, find the equation of a line which passes through, that means they are telling the line will be passing through a point 4 comma minus 2. That means this point 4 comma minus 2 has to lie in this equation, because this point will be passing through this line, and the line will be making intercepts whose intercept on the y-axis, is B, is twice that of the x-axis. That means this should be twice A. Okay, the intercept of the y-axis is twice the intercept of the x-axis. So using this concept, and because it is making intercept, we can use the intercept formula. Now first of all, we know B equal to 2A, so let us put 2A, and we also know that in this line the point 4 comma minus 2 also lies. So in place of x put 4, and in case of y put minus 2. Okay, and solving it we get A as 3. That means intercept of the x-axis is 3, so intercept of the y-axis will be double. So now we know A and B, so let us put it in the intercept equation and we will get the answer. So our A is 3, our B is 6, and so we get the answer of this line. Next, let us see the sum. Find the equation of a straight line whose intercept on the y-axis and x-axis are twice that of the line this. That means whatever this line makes the intercepts, first of all let us find the intercepts which this line will make. So this is the equation, so let us divide it by 12 on both sides. Why? Because you can see that the intercept form, in the intercept form the right hand side is 1, the right hand side should be 1. Okay, so what we do is that we divide this whole equation by 12, so it comes out to be this. That means this line's x intercept is plus 4 and y intercept is plus 3. Now my line will make x-intercept will be double of this, so which is 8. Y-intercept will be double of this, which is 6. So the equation of my line should be x by 8 plus y by 6 equal to 1. Clear? Next question. Find the equation of a straight line which makes equal intercepts on the axis and passes through this. So intercepts are equal. That means I can write the equation like this. Also 2, 3 lies on this line. That means instead of x I can put 2, instead of y I can put 3, and then we calculate, we get a. That means if a is 5, so b is also 5. That means my intercept equation will be this. This is my intercept equation. Next question, find the equation of a straight line which passes through this. The line will pass through this point and such that the portion intercepted between the axis. So this is the portion which is intercepted between the axis is divided by that point in the ratio 1:2. So this point is dividing in the ratio 1:2. Clear? So first of all, let my x-intercept be a and y-intercept be b. So I can write the coordinate this as a comma 0 and this as 0 comma b. Okay. So now we know the section formula. So how to find the x coordinate and the y coordinate of that? So x coordinate, you all know x, how do we find? mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n. And y, how do we find? my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. Okay, so now our x is -5. Clear? And our x1 and x2, x1 and x2 are these points. So this is my x2 and this is my x1, 0. So and the division is 1. Okay, so our this x coordinate we know is -5. M is given as, this is my m. Okay, so please note here, this is my m and this is my n and this is my x1, x2, x1, y1, and this is my x2, y2. So using these concepts, we find out the value of a, and similarly how to find the y using this formula. We get, again we can find the value of the b. So now we know the intercepts and then we can put it in the intercept form and get the answer. Okay friends, so let's see the next sum. The next sum says, find the equation of the line through 2, 3. So this is the point 2, 3, so that the segment of the line intercepted between the axis is bisected at this point. That means this point is bisecting the segment which is between the two axes. Between the two axes, this is the segment which is getting bisected. So let the x-intercept be a, y-intercept be b. So the coordinate of a will be this, coordinate of b will be this. Okay, so now we know, again because this is bisected, so we know how to find the x and y of the bisecting point. x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So see, this is our x and this is our y and this is our x1 y1 and this is our x2 and y2. So using that, x equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, we get A. Y equal to y1 plus y2 by 2, we get the B. And now put the A and B in the intercept equation and we get the answer. Similarly, find the equation of the line which passes through this, and the sum of the intercepts on the axis is 14. The sum of the intercepts is 14 given. Okay, and the intercept form equation is this, and they are telling this point is lying on this line. So we can put easily in place of x 3 and y is 4. That means we can make this one equation, and from here we know a plus b equal to 14. So what is a? A is 14 minus b. A is 14 minus b. So putting a and b in this equation, in place of a I will put 14 minus b, and in place of this a also I will put 14 minus b. So here we are putting this, making it a quadratic equation, solving it, and we are getting b as 7 or 8. If b is 7, what was a? A was 14 minus b. Okay, so if b is 7, a will be 7, and if b is 8, a will be 6. That means we will have two equations. When a is 7 and b is 7, this is one equation, and when a is 6 and b is 8, this is another equation. So basically we will be getting two equations. We are getting two forms of the intercept form. Next, let's see the sum. The sum says find the equation of the lines which cuts off intercept on the axis whose sum and product are this. So sum of the intercept is given to us. Sum of the intercept is 1 and product of the intercept is minus 6. So instead of b I am putting minus 6 by a, making it a quadratic equation and finding a. So a comes 3 or minus 2. Now we know product of a and b is 6. So if a is 3, b is minus 2. If a is minus 2, b is 3. Okay, so now taking this pair, I will make one equation here. A is 3, b is minus 2. And taking this pair, I will make another equation which is this. So these are the two equations. Next friends, let's see the sum. Find the equation of the straight lines which pass through the origin. The line is passing through the origin, and trisect the intercept of the line this. Trisect and trisect the intercept of the line this. Okay, so watch here. This is the line, as you can see, and we have to find the equations of this line and this line which passes through the origin, and they are trisecting the line. So trisecting means 1:1:1 ratio. So let the x intercept be a. So this will be this is we are taking as b. So this is b comma 0, and let the x or y intercept be a. So the point is this. Now if I choose the point P, R and Q, so see the section is divided in the ratio 1 and 2 because PR is 1 and RQ is 2. P and Q gets trisected by the point, so 1:1:1. So PR is 1 and RQ is 2. So using the section formula, we can calculate the x and y of the R coordinate, because we know the sections which is 1:2. So we can calculate the R x and y. This will be R's x and y, sorry. R. Okay, next is, again we are using the line PQ, but now we are taking S, so the division ratio is 2:1, and we can again calculate the coordinates of S using the section formula, and this is the coordinate of the S. Clear? Now we have to find out the equations of the straight lines. So please watch here. This is the coordinate of P, this is the coordinate of S, and they P and S lie on the line. So instead of X and Y, we can put these coordinates and these coordinates, and the equation becomes these two. Simplifying, we get first equation is this, second equation is this, and on solving them we get the value of B, and then we get the value of A. Okay, so the coordinates, so since we know A and B, so we can easily find the coordinate of P now and S, because P was this and Q and S was this. So putting values of A and B, we get the coordinates of P and S. Now what is the slope of OP? O is origin, P is this point, so y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, we get the slope of OP, OS. Now OP is a line which is passing through 0, 0 and having slope 3 by 2. So what is the equation? Y minus y1 is m into x minus x1, so this is the equation of OP. Similarly, OS passes through O and slope is 3 by 8, so again y minus y1 is m into x minus x1, so we get the equation of OS. This is what we were supposed to find. Next is a straight line cuts intercept from the axis, the sum of whose reciprocals is a constant. So they are telling sum of the reciprocals of the intercepts will be a constant. Okay, show that the line always passes through a fixed point. That means we have to show that the intercept line will always pass through a fixed point. So let us see. We have taken the x-intercept as A and y-intercept as B, and they are telling reciprocals of the sum of the intercepts is constant. So we can write this equation like this. Now if we compare this equation with this equation, we can see that our x is 1 by k and y is 1 by k. That means the line, intercept line, is passing through 1 by k comma 1 by k, and since k is a constant, so we can tell that the line is passing through a fixed point. The line is passing through a fixed point because 1 by k and 1 by k are constants. Next is a line is passing through 3 comma minus 2. Find the locus of the middle point of the portion of the intercepted between the axis. Okay, so this is the line which is making intercepts A and B. So the coordinates of A and B I know, and they are telling that there is a point P 3 comma minus 2. The line is passing through that point. Okay, find the locus of the middle point. Middle point, this is the midpoint. 1:1 ratio, midpoint. First of all, our intercept form equation is this. 3 and minus 2 lies on the line, so in place of x3 y minus 2 we can get this. Okay, now what is the coordinate of Q? It will be x1 plus x2 by 2, x1 plus x2 by 2, and y1 plus y2 by 2. So these are the coordinates of Q. Coordinates of Q is this. That means the x coordinate of Q is this and y coordinate of Q is this. So we can write in place of a 2x and b 2y. So now let us put it here. Let us put it in this equation. In place of a, so we are putting it here, 3 in place of a, this equation. We are putting them in this equation. So 3 by 2x minus 2 by 2y equal to 1. That means this is our equation. Okay friends, so next, see, we are dealing with the now we are dealing with the normal form of the straight line equation. We are dealing with the normal form of a straight line equation. What is it? Suppose there is a straight line which is cutting the x-axis and y-axis, and suppose there is a perpendicular drawn from the origin, and let the length of the perpendicular be p, and let the perpendicular make an angle alpha with the positive x-axis. So what is the normal form? This is the normal form of the equation, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. This is the normal form of the equation. Okay, p is the length of the perpendicular drawn from the origin to the line. Alpha is the angle which the perpendicular makes with the positive x-axis. So let's see. The length of the perpendicular from a line is 7. That means P is given to you as 7. P is given 7. And the line makes 150 degree with the positive y-axis. So please see, the line is making with the positive y-axis 150 degree. So this is 30 degree. If this is 30, this is 90. This is 60, so this is 30. That means the perpendicular is making 30 degree with the positive x-axis, and that is only what we need. So our normal form is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. Putting the value of cos 30 and sin 30, we get this is our equation. Okay. Next, find the equation of a straight line upon which the length of the perpendicular P is given 5 and the slope of the perpendicular is 3 by 4. That means the perpendicular line's slope is given to us. And what is the slope formula? M equal to tan theta. So 3 by 4 is tan theta. That means my 3 is the perpendicular and 4 is the base. So hypotenuse will be 5. So sin 30 will be perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos theta will be base by hypotenuse. Now our normal form is this, is our normal form. So in place of cos theta I will put the value, in place of sin theta I will put the value, and this is the equation of the straight line. Next, a line forms a triangle of area 5 root 3 square unit. So area of the triangle is given 5 root 3 square units with the coordinate axis. I mean, this is the triangle. OAB is our triangle making with the coordinate axis. Its area is given. So let the x-intercept be A, y-intercept be B. So I can write half into base into height is 54 root 3. So AB is given to us. Similarly, they are telling that the perpendicular is making 60 degree with the positive x-axis, our alpha. So cos alpha and sin alpha. This is cos alpha. Okay. Similarly, if I use cos 60, how will I write? The perpendicular by the hypotenuse. Cos 60 is half. So A equal to 2p. Similarly, using cos 30 is perpendicular by the base. Okay. It is base by hypotenuse. base by the hypotenuse. Here hypotenuse is the B part, this is the hypotenuse and this is the base. So we use B as 2p by root 3. Now put the value of B and A in the formula of this. So from there we get P as plus minus 9. Distance cannot be negative, so P is plus 9. So perpendicular length is plus 9. So now we know x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to P, and the alpha is given 60 degree. Perpendicular is making 60 degree with the positive x-axis. So putting the values of cos 60 and sin 60, we get the answer. Clear? This is the answer of the normal form. Next, if the straight line through P3, 4 makes pi by 6 with the positive x-axis and meets this at Q, find the length of PQ. There is a straight line which is making pi by 6 with the positive x-axis and passing through this. Okay, so there is a straight line which is making pi by 6 with the positive x-axis, and there is a point P3, 4. So what is the equation of this line? First of all, slope of the line will be tan pi by 6, which is this. It is passing through this, so y minus y1 is mx minus x1. So this is the equation of that line. Now they are telling this line, that this line will meet this line at Q. Okay, so if this line is meeting another line at Q, so solving these two equations of the line, we will get the coordinate Q. Okay, so here we are solving it. So please watch how to solve this equation. Okay, so first of all, if I want to find x, so you have to choose this portion, and then you have to write like this. You have to write like this: 5 into minus 1, these two multiplied, give a minus sign, and now multiply these two. Okay, multiply these two. Next, for finding the y, okay, so please write like this: minus y by, that means forget this, and now multiply 12 into minus 1 and give a minus sign, and now do minus 1 into plus 10, which is minus 10. So minus 10 and minus is plus 10. Now we want to find the value of the constant, that means this portion. So I will write 1 by, multiply these two, so 12 root 3, give a minus in between, and now write, multiply these two, which is minus 5, so minus and minus becomes plus 5. So x's value is this and y's value is this. So this is the coordinate of P and coordinate of Q. Now distance between two coordinates we already know. This is how. Okay, it is x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So writing it and solving it, we are getting this is the perpendicular distance between P and Q. Next, find the distance of the point this from the line this measured along this. So this is the point. I have to find the distance of this point from this line. From this line. This distance I have to find. But the distance should be measured along a line, along this line. That means there should be a line which is parallel to this distance. And this is that line. So because it is measured, this distance is measured along this line. That means these two lines are parallel. So slope of this line, separate the y, it is 1. So this is the slope of this line. So slope of this line is 1. That means the slope of this line is also 1 because they are parallel. And this line passes through 2, 3. So the equation of PQ will be y minus y1 is m into x minus x1. This is the equation of PQ. Now PQ and CD will intersect at Q. So solving these two equations, again, we can calculate the coordinate of Q. So using that concept, previous concept which I told you, if I want to find x, I have to multiply minus 3 into minus 1, which is 3, minus now these two, plus 1 into 9 is 9. Okay, so 3 minus 9. Second, if I want to find y, so I will write minus y and I will multiply 2 into minus 1 and minus 1 into 9. So minus 2 minus of minus 9, which is plus 9. Next, if I want to find the value of the constant, I will multiply 2 into 1 minus of minus 1 into minus 3. So then I will calculate the values of x and y. So this is the coordinate q. Now the distance between P and Q can be easily calculated. Root over x minus x1 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So this is the answer. Next they are telling find the distance of the line this. So this is that line. I have to find the distance of the line from the point P, but I will measure the distance along the line which is making 135 with the positive x-axis. I will measure the distance along the line making 135 degree with the positive x-axis. So what is the slope of this line? Tan 135, which is minus 1. Slope of this line is minus 1. So slope of this line should also be minus 1 as they are parallel. So equation of this line PQ, y minus y1 is m into x minus x1. We get this. Now PQ is intersecting the line at Q. So coordinates of Q can be found by solving these two equations. Again, using that same concept, we can find the values of x and y. That means the coordinate of Q can be found. So now find the distance of the PQ, which is 3 root 2 unit. So this is how we have covered up the intercept form. We have covered up the normal form of the straight lines. So I hope you have understood, but again and again I will request you, please go through the part 1 before you study the part 2. Okay, so part 1 will give you a lot of concepts which you can apply here. Okay, so hope you have understood. So next part of the straight line will again be uploaded very soon. So what I would request you, please keep following Parijat sir classes and like and share. Please definitely do that. Like and share the channel. Definitely do that. Okay. So it's all over from this now. So hope you have understood this. So thank you very much for watching this.